listen to you with regard to the upcoming program, which is very important for all of us. So I think without much ado, I'm going to invite our team from Meru and the team from Kewi. So the ones who are there, they can introduce themselves, and then we'll go back to SES. Okay. So let's start with Dr. Joy, are you there? Or Dr. Karanja? Please introduce yourself.
Doctor.
Yes.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I've been in throughout, but I think there's some challenges with my audio. I'm still trying to check so that I can be able to share my screen. But to say I'm super excited to be in this particular forum today. Super excited to talk about our BSc program in sanitation and waste management. And speaking here is Dr. Joy Ryongol, the Director Sanitation Research Institute. I'm looking forward to a very interactive session with all of us because it is really my wish that we move with this sanitation initiative all forth. So thank you very much. Like I said, I'm again so excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ri.
Okay. And thank you, Doc. Dr. Karanja, please. Please introduce yourself. Dr. Lillian, as we wait for
Yes,
Dr.
thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Sumba. My name is Dr. Lillian Moria, a coordinator at the Sanitation Research Institute, and I'm happy to be here. Looking forward to rolling out the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mirara? Thank you, Doc.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, this is Mr. Mirara from Meru University, a lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering. So I'm happy to be here, and I'll be talking to you later on. So welcome to this forum. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So Dr. Karanja, have you joined us? Okay, if not, we go to the Kewi side. I can see Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sumba from Kenya Water Institute. My name is Raria Paul from Kewi. I think we have other members from Kewi. You can introduce yourself.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Nanita Njoko, also part of the Kewi team, and I'm looking forward to this session. Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hamonya Masi. I'm a team member from Kewi, and I'm glad to be in this forum.
Good evening. Okay. I'm Simon Deveni from Kewi, and also part of the team, and happy to see how this progresses. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening.
My name is Anne Wambo from Kewi. Looking forward to this program. Thank you.
Okay. So have we finished from the Kewi side?
Good evening, Dr. Ari.
Leonard, yes.
Leonard Makoha. While you were joining, I had already given a speech.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, that's good. So, Seth, have you played the video yet?
I think I will play it in I was playing it from the beginning, but most of the people had not joined. So maybe I will prepare myself and play it again.
Yeah, okay.
Is that okay?
Hello,
Yeah.
Sumba, are you able to hear me now? This is Dr. Karanja.
Dr. Karanja, nice you've joined us. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you. I was in from the beginning, but I think there was a problem with my audio, so I had to look for different gadgets. Otherwise, I'm Dr. Karanja. I'm the registrar in charge of academic and student affairs, Meru University of Science and Technology. Truly, this is a great moment to have all of you join this particular call. And as a university, we are looking forward for a very interactive session and respond to a number of issues that members would like to know. Thank you. Back to you.
Okay, so thank you very much. So, Seth, that is the team from Kewi and from Meru University. And I think we'll proceed and just request Dr. Karanja to give his opening remarks. He has introduced himself, so he can give us his opening remarks on behalf of Meru. Karibu.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much once again. Now, I will be brief because I know we have a number of issues we need to respond. But let me say that Meru University of Science and Technology is a university that is at the center of responding to very many societal challenges. And one of the areas that we all know because majority of you are in this field is the issue of sanitation. Sanitation is a great challenge, not only in Kenya, not only in Africa, but beyond. And as a university, we have positioned ourselves as an institution that would like to respond to most of these challenges. And we have an institute. I don't know, maybe if we can request a member to mute so that we're able to communicate very kindly.
Yes, you can mute them. I think it's Mutahi. Okay.
Okay. I was saying that we have an institute that is Sanitation Research Institute. And we have our director here and members of SLI, they introduce themselves, where we carry research in this particular field. But we don't only carry research, we usually have programs to train, resource people who can be out there to improve the sanitation status in the country. So we have been learning programs from certificate all the way to PhD. We have had a number of graduates at master's level, and now we have a program at bachelor's level. We have the first cohort already in the university, and we are now out there expanding further to reach out to institutions in the field of water and sanitation, so that we can join together to build this particular area and it also to be able to respond to the very many challenges. And that institution was Kewi, and we are now working together. I'm happy the team is here. I'm also happy that alumni from these institutions are here. And I'm looking forward to having all of you joining Meru University at various levels as researchers, as students at bachelor's level, as students at master's level, all the way to PhD. So we are open. So with that, I think I like to take the mic back to you so that we can start our interactive session. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Karanja. So next we'll hear from Leonard, although he says he had given his remarks, but he can repeat his remarks. So Mr. Makoha. Please go
Thank
ahead.
you so
Dr.
much,
Yes.
Daktari. As I had put earlier, from Kewi, me standing in for the director, I would say that this is a very great opportunity to us. One, as a sector, the sanitation infrastructure has always lagged behind. And therefore, getting more people involved in the sanitation sector would be very, very interested, especially the professionals. Therefore, we, having signed a memorandum of understanding with Meru University, we believe that this is going to increase pathways for our students to develop career in sanitation, which is a national agenda because it's going to improve how we manage the infrastructure for sanitation and wastewater. Therefore, when the call came that we join up hands with Meru University, we did not even hesitate. It was very, very important to us, to our students, to alumni, and all those that are involved in this area of sanitation management. And therefore, we are very excited and very interested that we have this discussion. And therefore, we have more and more people joining us to support the infrastructure towards sanitation, which, by the way, is lagging behind in many ways as compared to the water services. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dr.
So thank you, Leonard. Okay, then we will move on to now the gist of the matter. Invite Dr. Joy to give us an overview of the sanitation course. Karibu, Daktari. Doc, are you okay? Teams is challenging.
Yeah, I think we can see you have shared your screen, Doc.
I think she's having a challenge.
Dr. Sumba, can you hear me?
Yes, but there's some disturbance.
Dr. Joy, if you're connected to two devices, you have to log out one.
Dr. Sumba, can you hear me?
One.
Yeah, we can now hear you.
Okay, thank you. Kindly, I'm using my phone, but I'm requesting Dr. Sumba to share with me the screen. Dr. Sumba, I've shared with you the presentation. Maybe you can assist me. I have a challenge with the laptop, so I can talk on the phone and then you share with me, please.
Just a minute, just like you, I am navigating quite a number of gadgets. So let's see if SES can help.
Yeah, maybe you can share the presentation to SES. She can share and then I can go through it.
Okay, it's on email.
Yeah, I've shared with you on email. Just to do a forward.
Okay, meanwhile, SES, I think, play that video as I share the...
Okay.
Maybe if we could get the audio, we are not getting the audio.
Says there's no audio.
Dakari, have you managed to share the presentation with
Just
SES?
a minute.
Okay.
I'm logging in.
Life better, faster, and easier.
SES, you
The
can
world
also
is
kindly
moving
share with
forward.
me your email.
But sanitation isn't improving fast enough. Today, more than half the world's population uses sanitation that isn't safely managed. Contaminated water, food makes people sick and keeps them from work and school. Sanitary diseases kill 500,000 children under 5 each year. Safe sanitation forward and diversify. New technologies that require very little electricity and water will help us reach places that sewers and other services can't. Providing safe sanitation for homes, communities, and whole cities. These systems will one day be able to turn human waste into fertilizer, recycle water, or generate electricity. 21st century sanitation won't just clean up the environment, it can also increase productivity and boost economies. Saving money, energy, water, but most important of all, saving lives. New solutions are business ready. There's just one thing missing, and that's you. So, investors, innovators, entrepreneurs, governments, city planners, this is your chance, not just to profit, but to make life healthier, safer, and more dignified for billions all over the world. A new era of sanitation is coming. Be part of it.
Okay, so as we wait for the presentation, yeah, you've seen the video. It's saying the new era of sanitation is coming, so we all need to be part of it. So, Seth, are you able to?
Yes, I'm working on it. Just give me a few minutes. Maybe another speaker can go ahead as I get it from my email.
Yeah, I didn't think Teams can become complicated like this.
Doc, did you share it on my email or elsewhere?
On email as well as on WhatsApp?
Hello. I am not here. Hello.
Great.
I think we are set.
Okay. Thank you, Seth, for that. Dr. Joy, please go ahead. And sorry for that delay.
Yes, sorry.
Yes,
Again,
yes.
good. Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, and so sorry for that that issue. Like I said, there is an issue here with the audio. I tried using the two gadgets, but there was that challenge, so we really apologize for that particular delay. Yes, so straightforward, I'll go to the presentation. From my end, I see another screen. Is it Cecil? Yeah, okay, thank you very much. So I'm giving you a presentation about the sanitation programs at Meru University of Science and Technology. And like I said, my name is Dr. Joy Ryongol, and quite happy to be in this particular forum today. Yeah, maybe you can move to the next slide. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you very much. Just as the video that was playing, we all are aware of the sanitation challenges that are affecting us today. And we're talking about sanitation here. This is not just a Kenyan problem. This is a global problem. Sanitation today is a global problem. But when we're looking at Africa, when we're looking at our region, the East Africa, and coming down all the way to Kenya, sanitation is a real big problem. When we're talking about sanitation, we try to address SDG 6.2 that normally seeks to ensure provision of universal access to safely managed sanitation and safe management of excreta across the entire value chain by 2030. This is just a summary. For this particular SDG, we normally look at trying to look at ending open defecation. We also look at inclusivity and also speaks about matters of women and girls. So today, as we speak, about 3.6 million people still do not have access to basic sanitation facilities. So the toilets that we normally have, the latrines that we have, I would say we are really privileged that any time of the day, you really have access to this particular facility. This is not the case because so many people are suffering across the globe. Here in Kenya, we also have quite a big challenge. In Africa, when you're looking at our continent, Africa, it's reported that 3 out of every 4 people lack access to improved sanitation. So 3 out of every 4, this is really a huge number. When you're looking at today what is happening, matters of climate change, this is making sanitation more of a bigger challenge than it was. Next page, next slide. Here we are within the Kenyan context. This is our Kenya. This is where we are trying to see what we can be able to do about sanitation. For Kenya, for our case, for the Kenyan case, only 9.7% of the population have sewer coverage. Ideally, 24 counties out of the 47 that are there, 24 counties out of the 47 are entirely on on-site sanitation. So we can imagine of the 47 counties that we have in Kenya, 24 of them are using non-sewer sanitation. And from where we sit, we know there's no treatment for the fecal waste which is collected from this. Maybe just from this particular line here, we can start imagining what is happening to these particular counties. And looking at the figure here of 5.7, which is connected by the sewer. Sometimes when you're sitting without you thinking well, you may think that quite a number of population have these sewer connections. When I look at where these sanitation programs are coming in, I would say that for me, I'm an engineer. I got trained on quite a number of designs for the conventional sewer systems. And when we are looking at this and all the people, all the other students who are being trained, we are only covering a very small population in this particular Kenya, 9.7. So the question that I normally ask is, who is helping the other percentage of the population which is using on-site sanitation facilities? You're asking yourself, where do all these fecal waste from all these particular facilities end? Because it is really quite a huge population of about 90% who are on these particular systems. This fecal waste, which is poorly managed, it's the one which is bringing a lot of challenges to us today. Mark, kindly mute. It's the one that is bringing us quite a number of challenges today. If you're not careful of the sanitation and how we are taking care of our fecal waste, if you're not careful of the sanitation and how we are treating the fecal waste, the sludge that is produced from these facilities, this undermines the efforts that we are putting on water. You know, Kenya, we are really doing well on water provision, but then here is a monster that is called sanitation. If you're not careful with the sanitation, all the efforts that you're putting in the line of water gets to be completely undermined because the communities don't get to get these benefits. What happens is you treat water, but during the supply, when you're supplying to the people, you find there leaks and this water gets contaminated along the way. So sanitation is something that we should really rethink so that we are able to protect our population and also protect the environment that we are living in today. And there's a lot of effort, ideally, which is being put by the government because most of the efforts were on increasing coverage through the sewer systems. So a lot of money was ideally being put on or sewer, expanding the sewer coverage. But ideally, as of now, it has been realized that we are not going anywhere the sewer way. One, it is very expensive to put up this particular infrastructure, very expensive to layer up the system. And also the treatment plant, it's a very expensive adventure. And then again, we realize that the sewer lines majorly are covering the planned areas, leaving quite a number of other areas without these facilities, without these systems. One thing you are asking yourself, even thinking, in this particular place or maybe where you come from, do you think that the sewer connection can cover each and every person from where you live? One, the topography will not be able to allow this. Two, where the treatment plants are located are not even allowing. And again, remember we said 24% of the 24 counties, not percent, 24 counties out of 47 are entirely on non-sewered sanitation. So here we are trying, in these sanitation programs, we are trying to think about how we can be able to help those communities who are living in these particular areas get access to safe, equitable, and sustainable sanitation through the non-sewered way. And when I'm talking about non-sewered here, I'm talking about sanitation facilities or technologies which are not connected to the conventional sewer system. You may talk about pit latrines, you may talk about pit latrines connected to septic tanks, and that. For a septic tank, it will be full and will require someone to come empty this and transport it to some other offsite place where it will need treatment. So here we are thinking about enhancing capacity building, capacity development, so that we are able at least to ensure all these communities, all these people who are living in these counties, and even in those who are seaward, we see the range here is from 0.3 to 24%. That is the best. So in whichever county that we live in, more than 70% of the population live in among the non-seaward places, sites. So when we are looking at this particular program that you're talking about here today, it's a program that is really coming to address a significant gap, a very big gap that we've been experiencing within this particular sanitation space. So like I'm saying here, about 540 billion, which is required for sewer network expansion. This amount of money is too much. I don't think there's a time that you're going to get such an amount of money to expand this system like this. If you're going the non-sewered way, which has a lot of benefits, we may use even a third of this, but ensure everybody has access to safe and sustainable sanitation. Next slide, please. This is a photo in one of my field visits. This one was taken in Korogocho some time back when I was doing some research. This is ideally showing what happens behind the scene among the people who are really providing a very significant service, a very important service, but they are never recognized. These are manual pit emptiers. And this one is showing how they do the emptying in the pit latrines, how they do the transportation, and where they dispose of this particular waste. So when we look at these particular people here, they are providing a very critical service, but yet we can see how unprotected they are, and we can still see how they are risking the environment and the population that live therein. No PPE, and they're even disposing it in a river. The way they transport this is just carts. There's a lot of spillages along the way, which brings a lot of negative implications among the communities who live here. This is just one of, or a picture in one of the low income settlements, but ideally this is what is happening across so many other settlements, more so in this country of ours where we are living here. So for the particular sanitation programs and the approach Meru University, the Sanitation Research Institute is taking, we are really taking an approach of professionalizing sanitation as a profession. When we look at this country, we have very many professions, but yet sanitation has been left somewhere behind the scene. No one wants to speak about it, but yet it is one of the most critical profession that we need very well done and very well guarded. One, for protection of the population, protection of the environment, and also our water sources. Asking how can we be able to have even as low as these people who are doing this pit emptying trained and certified, so that if you have your business, you're working with people who are professionals. And when you have professionals working in these particular fields, there will be respect and work will flow very well. But as we are today within this, within the sanitation space, there's no professionalism. And that is where we are ideally getting a lot of challenges. We really need trainings, and the trainings are critical, not only in Kenya, but today in Africa, especially sanitation professionals are really needed to help address the challenges which are there. Next slide. Next slide, please. So when we get here, the global effort, which I've basically tried to summarize, one, I said we really need to professionalize sanitation as a profession. We have professionals from the lowest level to the highest level, so that in whichever space we have people working, may it be in emptying space, may it be manning the facilities that we have, especially the ablution blocks that we have. These are people who are well trained, more on operational, on the safety. So at the global level, there is really need for sanitation. The Iowa International Water Association has documented heavily on the need for capacity building or capacity development for people on sanitation matters. And they seriously insist on working on both the software and the hardware components. In this case, when I'm talking here about the software and hardware component, this is a shift in sanitation, how we are looking at sanitation today. Initially, we thought if you give someone a toilet, that is enough. Just that facility, it is enough. A facility, giving a population a facility is not enough to help them address the problems that we have here in sanitation today. The new approach, it's in two forms, which is the hardware and the software. Referring to the hardware here refers to the technologies which can be applied, which are the applicable technologies. And again, when you're talking about the hardware here, it's something that is quite heavy, because today we say sanitation technologies are context specific. The technologies which fit here in Meru may not necessarily fit in Nairobi, may not necessarily fit in Kisumu, because of the dynamics in the context of these particular spaces. So when you're talking about technologies, this is something that is quite loaded. The software components involve matters of behavior change, matters of culture, matters of financing, all those, that is the soft sanitation component. So when you look at the behavior change, most of the challenges we have today are on matters of behavior change. We have so much engraved in us, talks about sanitation, which really affects even how we use the facilities that we have. So for one, you really need to understand a population, a given population. When you're giving an intervention, sanitation intervention, you really must move with them to understand them. You understand where they come from and what are these beliefs that they understand on matters of sanitation. This could be cultural, they could be religious. We all know them. We have things that we are tied down to that relates to matters of sanitation. Again, we are also looking highly on sanitation financing. This is quite a very wide area which is emerging today. There are so many businesses which are coming out on matters of sanitation. Like I said, on-site sanitation is very different from the off-site, the conventional. Conventional, you just need to flush in your house and the waste gets to the treatment plant. For the on-site sanitation, you must have the containment. You are thinking of how will it be emptied, how will it be transported, how will it be treated. These days, we are having the component of reuse. So here we can see a wide range of businesses. You can come in here as a vacuum truck operator just to provide the emptying service. You can decide to have your own treatment. You treat this waste. You can provide to get into the business of providing the containment. So there are quite a number of businesses which are coming up, which are evolving on these matters of sanitation that you're speaking about here. So speaking now all to this and the matters of capacity building and that global need, for us at the university here, we got into a program. First, that was in the year 2022, prior to which we just had short courses. And this one was through a funded program to bring sanitation programs into our region. Actually, that one was ideally for Kenya. For this particular program, it was funded by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation had this strong drive to improve sanitation because they are seriously working on improving the health And they very well know that there's nothing on health that can be improved with the poor sanitation. That's why in that particular year, there was a very strong drive. Money was released to fund programs in Africa and Southeast Asia for universities to start sanitation programs. Prior to that, we did not have any sanitation program in this country, especially here in Kenya. But not even in Kenya, even across the region, we didn't have this particular program. And that is why we managed to start off our sanitation program. But that was at the master's level, MSc in sanitation. That was launched the COVID time. We had the issue of COVID. It peaked well in 2021. And still, the program is running very well here at the university. Yes, so after we did the MSc, there was the interest and it was filling a very huge gap in matters of sanitation. We decided to come up with other programs, to develop other programs, which was industry driven, so that we could have students as low as a certificate level, diploma level, BSc level, and the PhD to have a complete career path, such that you can start with your certificate and you grow all the way to the PhD level. This was industry driven. And more to say, when we had only the MSc, we had a very huge challenge when we're getting the students. How do we get students? And we didn't have the program at the lower level. So ideally, the students you were getting as at that master's level, the first module was Introduction to Sanitation, because you are drawing them from other related programs like the public health. But for so far, we've done that. We already have all those programs that are running all the way to the PhD level. Next slide, please. Yes, so with all that, like I said, we joined this through a program. Currently, because of what we've been doing, because of our achievement, we are currently the national coordinator for the East and South African Global Sanitation Graduate School Hub, which is housed here at the university. So we are coordinating all matters of sanitation within the East and South African region. Next slide. Yes, so here I briefly speak about SRI, which was first established as a research center in 2019 and renamed as a Sanitation Research Institute in 2021 to accommodate all that you are managing to do within that particular time. With a vision, a world where innovative, climate resilient, and inclusive sanitation safeguard human health and the environment. It is something that is pushing my slide, but still I can move on from here. Then with the mission to generate and translate sanitation knowledge through cutting-edge capacity development, innovation, and partnerships that create community impact. One of those partnerships is like what we've currently started with the Kewi, a partnership to enhance capacity development and also to increase the number of professionals who are working in the space of sanitation in Kenya. And I know we are also all aware that now we have the sanitation management policy that was signed. We have a sanitation department, and we are all aware that the water utilities have been mandated to provide sanitation services. Initially, we had water and sewerage services, but now it is water and sanitation services. Sanitation services implying sewerage and non-sewer sanitation. So within the area that these utilities are working, they will be required now to be reporting on both the seaward and the non-seaward population. Next slide quickly, please. Yeah, so we here, like I talked previously, we have different short courses. We have short courses. We have a diploma in water and sanitation. There's a program that we have called the Graduate Professional Diploma Program. This one you can get if you successfully do any 4 short courses. Then we have the BSc in Sanitation and Waste Management, which is the program that we are discussing today. We have a Master of Sanitation, Master of Science in Sanitation, a 1.5-year program, and we have a PhD in Sanitation and Waste Management. All the programs that we have here are currently running. For PhD started in 2023, we are now expecting the first graduates in our next graduation, which should be in October of this year. Next slide. Yeah, so we have the BSc in Sanitation and Waste Management with the goal to build capacity and produce qualified and competent graduates capable of addressing the sanitation and waste management needs via innovative solutions in diverse settings. So here we want to create a round person, holistic person, who can deal with both the software and hardware components of sanitation, who can be able to provide technologies as well as understand the population. And like I said, innovations in sanitation are seriously coming up these days, more so because of matters of climate change. We've seen infrastructure being destroyed by the rains, toilets are flooding, which are bringing a lot of issues. So when we are coming up with these innovations, we are thinking about innovations which can be able to withstand these climate-related challenges. Today, there is a population you can't even provide with the seaward where they're using water, because when it's dry, there's no water available for them. So there's a lot of challenges which are coming up as a result of the climate change related issues. And for us here, we are equipping the students with all the technologies which could be applied, so that when you're going to provide intervention, so you're the one who is responsible, you're not only thinking about a particular technology, but you really have to understand where you are taking this and you understand the dynamics of that space so that you are able to give them exactly what they need. Next page, next slide. So like I said, for our study area, how we have done our curriculum, it is in 3 components. We have the technologies, which is the hardware. We have analysis or quantitative, which is technical. And we have a social aspect, cultural, economic, and societal, which is a social component. So 1, there are technologies. 2, there's analysis. Remember, when we are designing any treatment technology, we must be very much aware of the characteristics of the sludge that you're going to treat. This will inform the technologies that you can be able to use. They are also today helping us advise on matters of reuse, resource recovery from the sludge we are using today. Because today sanitation is being used to close the nutrient loop gap that has been existing. This other component here for the cultural, economic, and societal is also a very, very important component. So when a student gets these 3, the technologies, the analysis, and the culture, this student is armed to face and address the challenges which are there in sanitation. No matter the magnitude, this person can be able to provide interventions and solutions to those particular problems. Next slide, please. Yes, so here, this is just a summary of the curriculum that we have. Like you see here, we have the social sciences, we have basic sciences, we have engineering courses, water and sanitation, we have waste management units, we have attachments, and we have the total. So for the number of these ones are groups, but we have different units within this. Like social sciences, you find we have quite a number of units which are in there. The total number of contact hours for the student, ideally by the time you're completing, should be 2,500. The total number of units is 53. So in total, by the time you're completing the program, you have covered 53 units, a total of 2,500 hours, contact hours, which is what is allowed by the Commission for University Education. Next slide. This one is not clear. I just decided to have it here for you to have an overview, how the units have been put all the way from the first year to the fourth year, where we have the attachments. So like I said, these units will fit either within the social sciences, university units, the engineering sciences, the sanitation and waste management units, they all fit there. So like you see, we have the contact hours which are there. The first column, that's just the serial. The second is the unit code. Like the first one, this is ECU. This is a university unit, that 100, which is health and wellness. Contact hours of 15. We have here HINWS. This is the unit code, the unit title, and the contact hour. This is for first year and second year. Like, yeah, this is directly lifted from the curriculum. Next slide, which is also that should give us the third year and the fourth year. This is the third year of study. And then we have the fourth year of study. Fourth year, I see we start with NWS, that 400, fecal sludge treatment technologies, NWS, that 400, remote sensing and GIS, SMS, that 400, simulation and modeling. So all these units here have been done to ensure that the students who graduate with this particular program can do anything that regards sanitation management. Next slide. Yes, so these are just the modules which I decided to put here, what we have from MSc in sanitation. And this also again stand as standalone short courses. You can do a short course on project planning and behavior change, leadership and governance, WASH financing, WASH in emergencies, sanitation technologies. We have one which is highly upcoming on statewide inclusive sanitation, which is very critical. We have research methods. These are the modules that we have for our Master of Science in sanitation. But these again are also available as short courses. You can do a short course on WASH in emergencies, which we've done and certified very many people, and you get certificate, which is very useful. So these are standalone modules that we have here. Then the next one, please. This one is the PhD in sanitation. For the PhD, we have a total of 6 modules, like you see here. Research methods and bioethics. Research methods is very critical. We have sanitation and waste management. We have sustainable sanitation and waste management for health and the environment, behavior change, WASH and climate change. And then we have sanitation financing. And then we have the third semester here. 6 modules makes up the PhD program that we have. The research component, that is NWS, is what take up the most, NWS 8200. Next slide. Yeah, then for the WASH in emergency, this is just one of the short courses that we normally offer. Between 2023 and 2025, last year, we were able to offer this short course to over 500. This was fully sponsored, but the project ended last year. This was a workshop. Yes, so yeah, this was a workshop that we had in WASH in emergency, one of the modules in the MSc in sanitation. Next slide. This another one, statewide inclusive sanitation. I would say that by the time that we are ending this program, we should all be expert in statewide inclusive sanitation. Statewide inclusive sanitation helps you know how to plan cities, and we think about all technologies, seaward and non-seaward. We say today, seaward and non-seaward are appropriate within city spaces. It's you to know where each and every technology works. So we don't say these days that seaward is the best option. We don't say pit latrine is the best option. We look at a mix of technologies that can be able to ensure that people have safe, adequate, and sustainable sanitation, the citywide inclusive sanitation. Counties are now starting to do the seawise plans for the cities to plan their cities for sanitation. I think there are only 2 counties. One county with a plan, the second one is having a draft. So you see there's a lot of work that you really can be able to do even by doing a module like what we have here that you're calling the citywide inclusive sanitation. This one was a training for some city stakeholders. I think this one was in Nakuru. Next slide. Yes, so this again here, the Sanitation Research Institute is so rich in matters of research and innovation. We have quite a number of projects which are ongoing, but in whichever project that we have, we normally like using students to get data. Because if I do research and I'm able to produce data, it can be able to do what? It can be able to support future interventions. So for our research, we have quite a number of research that ranges from the technologies, from the hardware, also to the software. So like the first one here, the first one we were doing, this is a pond for one of the PhD students who had formulated feeds from resources recovered from human waste. We wanted to see how the feeds, those feeds would be able to influence the growth of the fish. The second one, this one here was a meeting in one of the informal slum settlements. This one was addressing the software components of sanitation. So on all this, we involve our students and we do publications. You can be able to check them online and see what you have been doing so that at least you are able to report on sanitation matters within the space. Again, like I said, innovations is very key. I really want us to even if you're a student or not, let us think about how can we be able to be more innovative in sanitation. I look at the matters of like the mobile phones we use today. We had the first one just the other day, but now we see the types that we have, the versions that we have. But for sanitation, this is something that was left for us after colonialization. The sewer, the flush, we are still on it. This one has really been left behind. Why is it that we cannot be able to rethink, come up with innovations? Why can't we come up with the better ways of managing our waste? So innovation in sanitation is something that we really must look at critically, because whereas other sectors are moving forward with innovations, sanitation, nobody wants to speak about it. It has been left somewhere closed, locked up. Let us bring this conversation forth so that at least we are able to have changes in what we are seeing happening today and have societies which are happy, societies which are productive. Next slide. Yeah, so still at the university here, we really need to work with the universities. Like I said, other than just capacity development, we have innovation, we have a component on community outreach. So for this, we really work with the communities. Where we are at the university, we've completely changed the perceptions of the communities in regard to how they view their waste. When we're moving there, that community believed in feces and witchcraft, but today they associate their waste as a resource. They say their waste has some economic benefits. So we have shown this, we have taken them through this journey over time. Like here, when we get their waste, we produce some feeds, we rear chicken, we bring them to the university. Sometimes we ask them, will you eat? We give them. This is in a way of helping appreciate that there is value in the waste that we produce, and also helping them more manage their waste well. Next slide. Yes, so we have quite a number of partners that we work with. These are just a few that we work with in matters of sanitation. Like I said, this is an initiative which is at the global level. And one I would want to speak about is the Global Sanitation Graduate School. All our students who graduate become automatic members of the Global Sanitation Graduate School. Today, all our students here are members of the African Water and Sanitation Association. They normally come with a lot of benefits, including sometimes sponsorship to attend conferences outside. All these other organizations here come with very many opportunities for students, more on funding for the research part of their projects. And also we have quite a number of industry partners on matters of internships, because we want our students to be attached where we know they are going to learn and get the best practices. So our partners are more than this. These are just a few. but we really target where we get a benefit as an institution and our students also benefit from the same. Next slide, I think almost the last. Yeah, so here we are. This is celebrating every October for us. We are happy. This was master's graduation. That is the group that we've managed to graduate a number of students. Last year in October, we managed to graduate 26 students, graduates, MSc in sanitation. And whenever we have that, we really need to celebrate and say, yes, we are doing it. And at least we are seeing that our vision of having more and more of sanitation professionals is coming to a reality. So I know this is the last slide of my presentation. I can be able to share this, and I'm also available for anyone who wants to know anything more about what we are doing here as a university. But I would say sanitation has limitless opportunities. So thank you very much, and back to you, Dr. Sumba. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Joy. Can we appreciate Joy with some emoji? Okay. Thank you for that comprehensive presentation about what we do at Meru University and at SRI. Now I think our potential students are well briefed. They have seen the scale of the problem. They have seen the opportunities that are there. They can not only just study the BSc, but they can move up to even the PhD. They can be in business, and they can even innovate and make a living out of this wonderful course. So with that, I think we should go to the gist of the matter. We call upon Mirara to tell us or to present about the program structure, so that we see the nitty-gritties of what is expected of us as we apply, and then other details. So Mirara, please take some time and brief our potential students. So Mirara, will 10 minutes do? Or less? You're having a challenge?
Sorry, I thought I'd unmuted. I hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, we can, but you had you were sharing and then it went off. Can you still share?
Yes.
Okay. Please proceed.
I don't have a PowerPoint per se, but I have a small presentation with regards to what I was to talk about. So the first, I'll go with credit transfer. So credit transfer, for those who have been asking, I think I saw a question on this, is we normally give waivers in terms of the course that you're applying or you're coming to. So this waiver depends on what you call the KNQA qualifications. We are regulated by the Kenya National Qualification Authority. So we normally give credit transfer based on the course that you're offering and based on your diploma or other qualifications that you have. So based on this, maybe I'll just give a summary. So for those with a higher national diploma, relevant higher national diploma, maybe I can say that, in the areas of water engineering, to be specific, among others that maybe you could be having from Kewi, then at that point, we allow you to join us at third year. And this is because you are not allowed to offer more than half the credit that is offered in the university. That is in terms of the units which are offered. So if you're having 4 years, we can't waiver more than 2 years for you. So that's why the higher national diploma are admitted to year 3. And then I know this is the majority. For those with diplomas, that is relevant diplomas. We again waiver the first year. So you join at second year. However, for all these people, as Dr. Joy has rightfully mentioned, most of you are from water engineering background, some from water resources, irrigation and drainage and all that. So you don't have like fundamentals of what you're offering here in sanitation. And that's why we felt that we'll have to do some 2 extra courses, which is fundamentals of sanitation, to basically introduce you to the sanitation program that you're offering, the different aspects to it, and all that. Then we also have another course on analysis of structures, analysis of sanitation flows. Then in the university, we have what we call mandatory courses that everyone in the university must do. So under that, we have 2 courses, health and wellness, and we also have critical and creative thinking. Even though you might be admitted at year 3 or at year 4, at year 3 or year 2, you have to take these 4 courses. So in a nutshell, that is about the credit transfer. So for those with diplomas, you're allowed to join, so long as it's a relevant diploma, then you're allowed to join at year 2. For those with higher national diploma, you'll be allowed to join at year 3. So that's the credit transfer. So when it comes to specialization or electives for this particular course, that is a Bachelor of Science in Sanitation and Waste Management, we don't have any electives. So all the courses that will be offered in year 2, year 3, and year 4, for those with diplomas, you will have to take all of them. The same also applies to those who join at year 3. Then when it comes to attachments, for those joining at year 2, so we have 2 types of attachments for this particular course. You might have seen them in what Dr. Joy presented. So we normally have an internal attachment, which is usually after first year. And we also have an industrial attachment after second year. But ideally, since you are still very green in those fields, we normally push the internal attachment to be done after second year and the industrial attachment after that year. So for all of you who will be joining, especially in year 2, you'll be required to do an industrial attachment. And this industrial attachment is usually 12 weeks. And for the 12 weeks, you are required to fill a logbook. And this logbook are basically the activities that you do in the industry. And at the end of it all, you're supposed to submit that logbook together with a written report. So from the logbook, the activities that you did in the 12 weeks, you're supposed to write a report. But there are also regulations with regards to where you can be able to be attached. Dr. Joy has mentioned some of the companies where you can look for attachment. We also as well have most of the water utilities where you can be able to go for your attachment. For those who are working in, for example, water utilities, you can also use that as part of your normal work. But so long as you're able to show us that you're doing several areas related to sanitation, then you're allowed to use your place of work as also an attachment place, especially if you're working. So that in a nutshell is on the attachment, that is industrial attachment. For internship, we don't really look into this, but it's usually very important for you. So after your 4th year, you need to go somewhere for internships. If required, through the Sanitation Research Institute, we can always put a request to various utilities, the people we partner with, they can be able to get you on internship. Internship is basically after you have graduated to get that experience. Maybe you can be able to look into that. But when it comes to both the attachment, that is internal attachment and also, the industrial attachment and also internship, this one is mostly left for the students, to choose a place where you want to go for the attachment. But there are again also requirements. You can't go to a place which you can't be assessed, because we normally have assessment during your industrial attachment and all that. So there are also regulations to this. So you need to report to us where you are you have gotten your attachment, and from there we'll tell you whether it's an adequate place or not. Then you can be able to look for a different place. Then the last issue is on assessment, not the last one, but the second last, assessment methods. For the program, majority of the courses will be assessed on a 40-60 basis. So this is normally based on some COE regulations, that is a Commission of University Regulations. So for the continuous assessment, it will be out of 40, as well as the main exam will be out of 60. So what we call the continuous assessment, there are some courses that will have some practicals that you need to go to the lab. So those lab reports that you write and the reports that you will submit will be part of the 40%. As well, you also have what we call sitting in cuts. So sitting in cuts will require you to sit at least for 2 sitting in cuts. And we'll also have some assignments that will be given in class. So all that adds up to what you call the continuous assessment, whereas the normal exam will be which will be structured differently. So this will be majority of the courses that we do. As well, we also have some courses which are assessed on the 30-70 basis. So that means 30 meaning that you have this to be more of the continuous assessment. These would be courses which maybe don't have much of the practicals, like mathematics courses will be assessed based on this, where you'll have the 2 sitting cards, some assignments and all that. Then the main exam will be out of 70. There are some courses which also have more of practicals, like your engineering drawing. This will have more of the work being done in the lecture hall, where you'll do your drawings, and at the end of the semester, you'll also have an exam. So the exam will cater for 50, whereas the continuous assessment, the normal drawings that you do on a weekly basis, will also cater for 50%. Then lastly, we also have courses which will be assessed out of 100%. For example, your project, it will be assessed based on the report that you submit at the end of the semester, that is at 4th year. You are required to write a final year project. So there is usually the proposal bit, and there is also the implementation bit of that project. So for this, both the proposal and also the project report, you are required to do some data that is for the final project, that is for the second semester implement. Sorry, we start with the proposal. So for the proposal, you are required to write a document and also present it by appearing before a panel, defend that proposal. So all that will cater for 100%. Second semester, you're supposed to go back and collect data based on the first semester proposal. That is for year 4, semester 2. So you are required to write, to collect your data, then defend that data in the panel again, and also provide a report. So that will cater for 100%. So there are some courses which will be assessed based on that. So we'll have a mix of this, but majority of the courses definitely will be around the 40-60. So lastly, I want to speak very briefly about your fee structure, or about the fees. So these are estimates. We don't have the final figure, but roughly this would be the figures that we'll be having for the courses. So the semesters, we have given all the way from first year. The reason being is that, as you can see, the fees slightly changes from one semester to the other. But the first semester, even though you might be admitted in year 2, your fee will not be 63, it might be slightly higher, maybe to the range of around 68,700. This is because we normally have like medical fee, which will be charged at your first year. There's also a component of caution money and all that, which is normally charged at first year. So this is a rough estimate of what you'd expect for the semesters that will be in the university. So the actual fee structure, we are working on that. We'll upload it in the website. And as well, before you join, that is in May, we'll also have shared that. But for an overview, this would be something that you can go with, but it might slightly vary from the figures that you have here. So in a nutshell, that's what I wanted to speak about. Unless there's something else. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Simon. Can we appreciate Simon? for that well-articulated presentation of the structure of the program. You can use emoji to show your sign of appreciation. Okay. So I think we move on. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Cess will pick them, and then we will respond to them after the next presentation. So I would like to call upon Mercy. Mercy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
take
here.
a few minutes. How much time do you need? 5 minutes?
Probably.
Okay, please go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen that I have shared. Thank you so much, members and the team, for this noble task that we have. I was tasked to do a presentation based on the progression pathway in water and sanitation fields, and also the career prospects that we have for our upcoming students. This presentation was to be done by Dr. Emily and me, but she has a sound connection problem. Allow me to step in and do the presentation. So for this case, for our potential candidates who are transiting from Kewi to Meru University, we are aware that this one is a unique case whereby it's the first thing that we are merging from diploma into the degree field. But what I would say, it's like a progression or a career path that will lead one into the PhD levels and all that, as it has been explained before by the previous presenters. So maybe on this, mine will be a bit brief. And for my presentation, one thing that the candidates or potential candidates we should be asking ourselves is whether sanitation is a career for the future. And from the previous presentation, it has been answered, yes, it is a career for the future, because we have got so many things aligning ourselves with regard to wastewater management, as well as the waste management and sanitation issues. So for our case, we have got a big gap to fill in terms of who will be able to lead the sanitation field in the upcoming days. And for this, if you look at the way the world is trending, not necessarily in Kenya, but globally, we have got a demand in terms of the skilled professionals who are in the sanitation and the wastewater management. And this is because of issues to do with the rapid urbanization. The urban setup is actually increasing, and we have got limited infrastructures when it comes to the wastewater management issues, as well as the waste management issues. So we have got a chance for us to explore our skills in the waste water and waste management issues, as well as also when it comes to issues on climate change impact. We have got a big gap when it comes to management of the waste, where we dispose our waste, solid waste, and also the way it is affecting our groundwater issues in terms of the leaching into the ground, and also with regard to how we dispose the wastewater into the ecosystem. So that one also brings in a gap whereby our wastewater management or waste management experts should come in and help us in terms of looking at how best to manage this. Also in the skills that we will acquire, maybe at a degree level and progressing upwards, we have got issues with regard to the emerging environmental regulatory issues, whereby we have got the water, that is the wastewater sources, how it is discharging, most of the water that we have goes to the disposal aspect without proper treatment, and as well as how it is spreading to the different medias of the environment and the hazardous effect that is causing either to human or animals per se. So these skills that we acquire through the degrees that we are going to have will help us to look at how best we can look at the regulatory frameworks and all that with regard to the wastewater issues. Again, also as mentioned by the previous presenter, Dr. Joy, there's the aspect of the circular economy approaches that we have. And with regard to wastewater management issues, there's the conversation which is going around with regard to a circular economy. How best can we be able to recycle and reuse the wastewater that we have, not necessarily the wastewater, but also the solid waste that we have in terms of the circular economy. And we would need people who are skilled and people who are well knowledge in this particular field. Also, with regard to the sustainable development goals, if we look at the SDG 6 and SDG 11, which is closely aligning with what we are doing with regard to waste water management issues and how best we should address our communities around and our cities as it's growing big. Maybe a responsive question, which will be a silent responsive question, is where are we currently working? If maybe you are an alumni and you are in the working field, where are you working like currently? And where do you see sanitation demand increasing maybe in your area? And for this case, all of us, in one way or the other, we are interacting with the sanitation issues, whether in our homes or industries, workplace, and all that. So it is a clear picture of view that there's need for us to really work on how to address the issues of sanitation and how to manage it well. Facts that we have for our alumni, we have got the knowledge in terms of understanding the different systems that we have from the diplomas that we have acquired so far when it comes to the wastewater treatment plants and systems. But there's a shift that we need to look at keenly. We have got a market that, like the current market, we have got good numbers of wastewater or water operators. But in future, we are looking at designers, we need planners, we need policy influencers, we need managers who can help address all these aspects when it comes to wastewater management issues. We agree that diploma certificates gives us the skills that we need to handle the operation and maintenance aspects of this system. But when it comes to the degree which is being offered at Meru University, it will give us leadership, managerial, and all other skills that we would need to present ourselves. When it comes to understanding the progression pathway, we have got ways that this can work. That is an academic progression pathway. Some of the alumni that we have in the platform today started from the artisan level. Then they did certificate, then there was the diploma in various units or various courses that they did. Then from there, there's this proposal which we have today of a degree in sanitation and waste management. Then from there, maybe we'll have different masters that maybe one would get from the degree that one has acquired in different levels. Then at the end of the day, maybe one would have a PhD and research specialization in the area as well. So I think this is a good progression, especially to our Kewi alumni, that is really marrying out with what we have in line of progression. And I think from the degree, it's not just the degree, but you can go all the way to the PhD levels. Then we also have the professional career pathway. Some of the alumni here maybe could be working, maybe at technical level, maybe as plant water operators, wastewater management operators. Then from there, there's the aspect of the mid-level professionals also. and then we have got the senior leadership and strategic levels. So this career pathway that we have when one transit from technical to mid-level to senior leadership, it's based on maybe the papers that one has acquired, maybe from the diploma all the way to the PhD levels or master's levels. So one can be able to transit all these way by undertaking the programs that is being offered today. If we look at maybe the specialized career tracks in sanitation and waste management, we have got different career tracks that we have. Maybe in wastewater engineering, it could be fecal sludge management, it could be solid waste management, climate resilient sanitation system, maybe environmental impact assessment, even circular economy and resource recovery. So with the degrees that one can be able to get from the diploma that we currently have, one can be able to maybe venture into this given career pathway, not just the ones listed in the slide, but with regard to maybe a number of them that are out there. When it comes to the career prospects, graduating with a degree in sanitation and wastewater management, maybe from Meru University, we expect that maybe one would be employed in different sectors. It could be maybe in the public sector. We have got different NGOs and development agencies that one can be employed in. It could be a private sector, maybe entrepreneurship opportunity that one could start his or her own business. So there's very many ways that one can be able to get employed or get an income from the degrees that we have today. Other than that, it's important to have maybe that is after the degree that one has acquired or maybe the diploma that one has. There's also the aspect of professional registration and certification that one can get into and maybe get into different networks and different growth that one can be able to progress with the knowledge that he or she has acquired. Why this is the right time for our candidates to apply? It's a prime time for us to transit from the diploma levels to the degree levels, because Kenya in itself, we are undergoing different transformation. Just the other day, we are looking at the devolution and the county level service delivery. We have got the devolution aspects whereby the sanitation systems is devolving into county levels, and also the aspect of decentralization of these particular systems. We need more people who can be able to man and operate and design these systems, as well as also issues to do with the climate change and pressure that we are currently facing, even the urban informal settlement and growth, the increase in the donor fund that we have, and the circular and the greening economic focus that we currently have. This actually brings or gives us the prime time for us to be able to take up the growth in terms of the certificates or the degrees that we have, so that we can be able to venture into these particular fields. We understand that the Kewi alumni today, we have already the practical exposure into the field, which is the wastewater management issues, or even the water aspects per se. But if we're able to add a degree, it will be competitive in terms of the positions, especially the senior role positions that we have. Maybe to sum up my presentation, I would maybe nail it on our alumni. Progression is not just about promotion, it is about impact. And by the fact that we are advancing our education at a must, we should be able to elevate our professional stance or standing, and also increasing our potential of earning and expand our influence and contribute to sustainable development in future. So maybe what I would say is water and sanitation sector needs visionary leaders and not just operators in terms of the diplomas that we currently have. That means that the diploma that we have is just a foundation to what we have learned. But the degree that we are yet to get will be a transformation in the water sector, that is the sanitation and the waste management sector. So I think, thank you. That marks the end of my presentation. Maybe back to Dr. Sumba. I hope I was under my 5-minute mark. Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Sumba, you are muted and I can see you're talking.
Oh my, oh my. Thank you so much. I said, wow. I said, Mercy has put it very well, and let us applaud her. Let us applaud her for putting it very well, for showing our potential students that there are many opportunities to come. The field is wide, and they can go to the highest level possible with regard to sanitation education. Okay. Sorry about that. So now we'll go to the Q&A session, and I would like to hand over the emceeing to Seth. So Seth, pick it from me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentations. We are all inspired and feeling like we can join tomorrow for that wonderful presentations. I will kick off to the questions that I have received. And one of the question is, most of the people are in the job market. And the question is, do we have part-time online distance learning option for this course? That was one of the questions that came up because most of the alumni are in jobs. So, and if we don't have that distance learning, online learning, and part-time. So I don't know whether I should ask one question by one or I should ask all of them at the same time.
I think just read through all the questions, and then we'll see the ones that have been answered through the presentations, and then the ones that have not been answered, then our team will take on.
Wonderful. Okay, the other one was, what is the fee structure? I think that was handled in the presentation. The next one is there an option for somebody to transfer from a different university? For example, if you're doing a Bachelor in Science in Public Health course or Bachelor in Waste Management, can you be able to transfer from one university to another? The other question was, can a person with a diploma in irrigation and water resource management pursue this degree, or anything that is not water supply, can they be able to join for this degree? The other question that came up is this the only course that is available? Do we have other courses that are available, or other related courses that are available? Is this program available? The next question, is this program available in Kisumu campus, Chakarika campus, Kitui campus, or it's only in the main campus? Yes, I handled that one for the other courses. What are the opportunities for the applicants with a seaplane and a diploma? I think that was handled also, but we can touch on that as well. Can I use my academic transcripts to apply now, given that my degree, my diploma or my graduation is in December? Can I use my academic transcripts? to apply now, given that my graduation is in December. What does credit transfer mean? You talked about credit transfer, so they're asking, what does credit transfer mean? Another question that came up is a high diploma mandatory for admission? I think that has been answered as well, but you can touch on it as well. Is a higher diploma mandatory for admission? Do you consider applicants with a pass in diploma? Those who got a pass in diploma, are they considered? The online one, I have touched on that. I think that is some of the questions that I have received, and I would be very grateful if you can answer them.
Thank you, Seth. I think we will start with Simon. Simon, pick the ones that you can respond to.
Thank you. So possibly I can respond to a few. So when it comes to the consideration of the diploma, yes, if you have a pass, there are those considerations that we normally make. But for this one, we are saying everyone who has a diploma, because that gives you a prior qualification. For this particular course, yes, you'll be admitted to year 2, whether you have a pass or not, because you'll have the introduction units. Then after that, we have the other units that you'll be able to take going forward. So yes, that's about it. When it comes to the credit transfer, I'd explain that. So credit transfer is all about exemption of units at particular periods. So for this one, we waiver a year, not particular units. That's what we are planning to do. Then when it comes to other questions, let me see. I don't know which other question I can be able to respond to. Higher diploma, I think I'd responded to that. So we have higher diploma joining at year 3, but we insist relevant diplomas. So we always look at what you have done in the prior, in your prior qualifications, that is in terms of diploma, the courses, the, what do you call this, the units that you did on a diploma course. So that's the main requirements that we look at. And we went through the curriculum. For those who have done the old Kewi curriculum, water resources, irrigation and drainage, and also water engineering. We had gone through the curriculum, and we saw that they can be able to fit into the program at year 2. But for the CDAC ones, we'll have to make a consideration. So when you do apply, we always make a consideration on one-by-one basis. So for some of the courses, we might have that, but for most of them, yes, we'll be admitted to year 2, because we also have a Senate regulation in terms of where you can be able to transition. Then I think I'll respond to that, unless there's any other that I can respond to.
Thank you, Simon. On the issue of the mode of delivery, the evening, is this question about online, distance, evening?
Perhaps Dr. Lillian, I think you have also not spoken.
Lillian?
Can I respond to that?
Dr. Lillian?
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, Chair. Yes, we are going to offer blended mode, that is online teaching through the LMS or Zoom, depending on what gadget or what technology shall be able to choose. But let me say that the examinations will be done as per the regulations. We shall consider a center in Nairobi, that is the Kewi headquarters for the examinations. But for learning, yes, you will learn online, and the practicals that will be scheduled, you'll be given notices a month before the scheduled week of practicals. So we are going in for a mixed mode so that you benefit as much as is possible. For Kisumu and Chiakariga, we'll get in touch. The course begins in Nairobi as we work out the logistics for other areas for now. So those who be near Chiakariga, they can rely on Meru Center. Kisumu can be supported by Nairobi Center as we see the logistics for Kisumu and Chiakariga, right? Yes, but for examination, please, so that I don't talk again, we really want to give you quality certificate. You have to comply to the university regulations. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lillian. Dr. Lillian, I think that is very clear. And on the issue of applying using academic transcripts?
Yes, Chair, we'll accept you to be in class, start off. As we await a certificate, registrar, we shall note that you only gave the certificate, the transcripts. We shall write to your college, Kewi, to verify that you are awarded and you are waiting for the certificate. So get your completion letter in advance, plus your transcript, so that when you apply, we shall put in the course as we wait for the certificate. But our registrar will always talk to your registrar on the other end to confirm. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think that is well said. So says any others in the chat?
There is a question about, is this a trimester course or a 2-year per year course? And also okay, can I give all and then at least you can handle them together?
Okay.
They say we have brothers from other institutes like Kibit who did civil engineering, diploma in civil engineering. Can they join the course? Another question that is coming on is what are the professional bodies that will recognize the graduates? Another question that has popped up is having a Bachelor in Science and Water Resource Management from University of Eldoret. Is it okay for me to enroll for a Master's in Sanitation and Waste Management? So another question is, if we are not in Kenya like myself, does it mean we will not take the exams? Yeah, please handle those questions. Thank you.
Now for the international examinations, for now I hold it, I'll not answer. But our examinations are taken physically in the approved centers by Senate. And for this case, the approved centers are Kewi office in Nairobi and Meru University, Meru. So for international examinations, we shall keep exploring what to be done. Yes, you qualify from all colleges. Every college that has offered a diploma in all this, what you're talking about, water and related and sanitation and related, but we shall review the courses standard on case-by-case basis so that we can see where the students actually fit. So you've heard that we have a curriculum, and the comparison to see whether you're getting to year 2 or year 3 it depends on what you have studied. But yes, most of you will qualify for year 2. For year 2, if it's just a plain diploma. So whether Kibit, wherever college you're from, we are open. But a review for admission is done by a committee on case-by-case basis. So within the first week of application, the answers are, you're very clear on progression. But basically, all students are welcome to apply, and the success rate is 98% because you've done well. Whether Kibit, whether Kewi, whether Eldoret, all those are accredited universities and colleges, and we appreciate what they are doing. We are all complementing each other, and not we're the first in this line. We shall accommodate as much as is possible. Now, on the, sorry, I think that's what I had. Somebody else can pick up the rest. Thank you.
Says I can see Frederick has his hand up. He has raised his hand.
Yeah, please go ahead, Frederick.
Thank you very much. As mentioned, Frederick is my name. But just a quick one. This being a new entry in the market, being a very young baby. So for both Kewi and the university, what are the measures in terms of marketing and pushing this information to especially the alumni? Because I understand around 60% of those intended to benefit from this program should be or are Kewi alumni. So what are these intentional moves to ensure that this message goes to the alumni and of course the current students?
Okay, so thank you, Fred, for that. And this is just the beginning. This forum that we are on right now is the beginning of the marketing that we have planned to do for this course. So more will be coming. And of course, we are also using the alumni, as you can see, through SES and yourself. We are using it to reach the others who may not even be on this forum. So we have plans to really market it starting like now.
Okay, there's another question that was asked. Per the presentation, is the semester two semesters per year or 3? I think that was not answered.
Yeah, the semesters are actually, how do I put it? 3, that is 2 in 3 in 1 year. So you do semester 1 and semester 2 to complete 1 academic year, and you start the next year of study in your what we call semester 3. But remember, some of the work could be spilling over. So that structure is best answered by Mr. Mirara. Mirara, you can take it up and say when they do the 2, when they do the 3, depending on the courses that we have on offer.
Okay.
So in general, we can say we'll be having 3 trimesters. So what we have done, we have tried to fit all the units within that period of 2 years. They might be spilling over, but we have like units which are supposed to be in year 1. We have units which are supposed to be in year 2. But if there is a spillover, because we have to look at the workload in terms of the number of units that you're taking in a year. As you saw in year 4, we have less units. Around year 2, we have more units. So we try to distribute that so that we have even distribution of the units. But we always look at what unit is supposed to be done before the other and all that, so that we have like a standard way of distributing the units. So in a nutshell, we can say that there'd be 3 trimesters in a year, but mostly covering, like you'd be having 2 semesters, as Dr. Lilian has said, 2 semesters to cover 1 year, and then the other semester will be covering the next year.
Okay, thank you.
Then
I can see a question.
Yeah, the other question is, sorry?
I wanted to respond to some 2 other questions I've seen here.
Okay.
Yes, please.
One is on the online, I think it was on the online. So there was a question on that. So there was a question on when you can start applying. So as early as now. So through the university website, you can be able to do your online application. There is somewhere where you go. There is usually somewhere you can do the online applications. But as well, you can also bring your physical documents to the university. And I think we can also work logistics. You can drop them in Kewi, and I don't know whether that is possible, Dr. Sumba. They can be dropped at Nairobi campus, and then they come to
We'll
us.
arrange that
Yes.
with the KV.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think there's a question also that was not handled. Somebody's in another university doing masters, doing bachelors in waste something, and then they want to transfer to the sanitation option in MUST. Is that possible? Yeah, it was asked by Vina. And then there is another question of the fee structure. You gave us the fee structure for the whole course. Does that apply also to those who are doing it directly online, or that is the on-site fee structure? And can the fee be paid in installment also is a question that is coming on. Another question is for the applicants who are already working, and they will study part-time or online, is the attachment component still mandatory? Yeah, these are the questions that I have captured so far.
Mm-hmm. Mirara, we are back to you again.
Yes, for the fee that applies for both full-time and part-time. Then when it comes to, and as you have heard from Dr. Lydian, there are those requirements that there are those things that we require you to present yourself physically. That's why we are talking about blended. So in as much as we have blended, we are calling it like face-to-face. So face-to-face implies that there are the things that you can do online, and there are those things like practicals that you need to come physically to the university. So that's why the fee structure will remain to be the same for both modes. Though for full-time class, you have to come physically to the university where you can be able to progress with the classes. For the blended one that we'll be having, that is the one that will be online, and partially it will also be physical. But for the exams, you have to do them physically in the university. When it comes to the issue of, can you be able to transfer from another university to Meru? Yes, it's possible. Maybe I would allow Dr. Karanja to speak on that, as he also speaks on the issue of the fee structure. I don't know whether Dr. Karanja is still around. He's the one who's query deals with that.
Around.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm around. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Clearly.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, it is possible. It is very possible to transfer from one university to another. The only thing that we normally check is you are transferring which program, and there's similarity between the programs across the two institutions. So the answer is yes, but there are some considerations that we normally make. We normally write to the registrar of the releasing institution to give us confirmation of your academic performance and the units you have been taking. And once we are satisfied that those courses are similar to the ones you are going to pursue, then we can actually approve the transfer. Number two, the fees. The fees, there is a bit of interference. The fees payment, we normally have a very friendly arrangement with students. Actually, we allow students to pay the fee in installments. The only condition is that by the end of the semester, we expect you to have cleared the fee. The only thing that we don't allow is students to study without registering. So at the beginning of every semester, you are supposed to register. Once you register, you become a bona fide student of the university, and we recognize that you are within the university that semester. Then the fee you can actually pay installment, but at the end of the semester, you ensure that you have cleared the fee. On the fee structure, as Mirara have said, it is the same, because truly this program is braided, as my colleagues have said. It's only that we want to bring it closer to you, and that's actually why we signed an MOU with Kewi. And now we are authorized by the University Council. We are also authorized by the University Senate that we can use Kewi as a training center, and also as an examination center. So there is no other place that the exam can be offered other than in the main campus or at Kewi. I have taken note of those who are requesting about the Kisumu campus and the Chakariga. We are going to pursue it. We have again to go back to Senate and see whether we can get further approvals. The fee structure, as he said, is uniform. We hardly adjust our fee. Once we have given you that fee structure at the beginning of the course, you can be guaranteed that it will remain that way until that cycle of students complete their courses. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful clarification, Dr. Karanja. And I think we have exhausted our questions apart from the industrial attachment. If somebody is already in attachment, is already working, do they need to again have the industrial attachment qualification?
Mr. Mirara should respond to that.
Yes, thank you. So our requirement is that you must take the industrial attachment, but what we look at, I think I'd mentioned that earlier, what we look at where you are working, is it a relevant field to your course, the course that you're doing? So if yes, you are required to, there's some requirements again for that. You must be in an institution where you have a supervisor who is more qualified than you are, so that we can consider that to be your attachment place. So your normal work, as I had said before, especially for those, for example, who are working in water utilities, that could also be a place for attachment for you. So you just report that you are working in a certain place. So yes, that is usually a consideration.
Okay, amazing. What are the professional bodies that will recognize the graduates once they graduate? And the other question is, what about a person like me working in a different field? Is it a must for attachment?
On professional bodies, I think Mercy. Mercy, are you there? There's a slide that you showed.
Yes, Doc, I'm here.
Yes. Say something about professional bodies.
Oh, okay.
Please.
We have got different professional bodies that the candidates can register into. We have got the environmental impact assessment in terms of licensing. Also in terms of depending if it's applicable in line with what we have at Meru University, the Engineering Registration Board, Engineering Board of Registration, if it is applicable, that is the EBK. Also, maybe if it is based on health and certificate, health and safety certification, also one can be able to register, as well as a project management certification, depending on the line of the area that one would venture into. So it will depend. Maybe if we have got an accredited body by Meru specifically for this particular course, maybe that can be echoed also. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I think we have exhausted the question session. Not unless somebody has another burning question, they can raise their hand and we're gonna admit them to ask their question. Back to you, Dr. Sumba.
Okay. So thank you very much. I think Seth, for the Q&A session. You've handled it very well. And I think all the responses given are okay, and our students or our potential students are now have a clear or is about and how they can go about getting into the course. So next we will have our next steps from Dr. Lillian, and then a vote of thanks from Paul.
So thank you very much for question and answers, for the presentations, and for all of us being patient to listen to one another and to engage in this forum. So we shall be sharing in your forum that brochure that is inviting you to apply. That brochure has a QR code where you scan, and the information required is attached therein. So once you apply, we shall get your information and shall respond on case-by-case basis. The admission process will be handled by Meru University, but Kewi Nairobi campus as the authority to do the compiling, and straightforward, without much delay, we shall be in liaison and we shall have the approvals done almost instantly. Every 2 days, a committee will sit to do the admissions. So as soon as you apply and upload your documents as requested, then you'll get your response within the week of application. We wish to do this in the month of March, so that by April we have a full class that is starting us off. As we see what happens to Kisumu and what happens to Shakariga, let us all apply for Nairobi campus and main campus, depending on where you are. Then we shall be seeing where other classes will form. Kindly remember to market this program as much as you can through that brochure and through the word of mouth, because our classes are regulated. The classes are regulated. There's the minimum number of a class that can form, and we don't want to start with a class that is saying wait and hold on for students. So we want to start off with a bang, so that we can have a good start. Otherwise, for any support, there are numbers on that brochure you're going to share right now. There are numbers that you'll find there, and emails. They'll be answered by staff that are competent and sure of the information being given. And when the worst comes to the worst and you have an issue, our registrar's lines are open, and we shall keep sharing all this, and our numbers as well will remain open. Dr. Sumba and Dr. Joy and such, so that we're able to respond to issues as we move forward. With those many remarks, I wish you well, and let's start in the applications as early as tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lillian. Paul?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sumba. First and foremost, I want to thank, of course, both the teams from Meru University and also Kenya Water Institute, especially Dr. Sumba for enabling this meeting to take place today. Secondly, each and every participant, kudos, and I want to thank you for taking your time. I know this, you should have been doing other things, but you decided to attend this meeting to get all the nitty-gritty pertaining this new course that we will be hosting at Kenya Water Institute, Nairobi campus, being, of course, delivered by Meru University. Other than that, I also want to assure both the students and the applicants who are already online, including our alumni and many other new applicants who have joined this forum. Thank you very much, and we will ensure that everything that you inquire, whatever needs that you'll want pertaining this course at Kenya Water Institute, and also in collaboration with Meru University, we do ensure that you achieve whatever you want to want or advance your goals for this purpose. Otherwise, thank you, Madam Sumba.
Okay, so I think we have come to the end of our workshop. And I want to return it to my co-host, Ses, to close it in the way you usually close your workshops. And thank all of you for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the wonderful team from Kewi, the wonderful team from MUST, for the wonderful information that you have given us. We are going to patronize you. And me personally, I normally go to the students. in Kewi. What are they doing out there? So I'm so grateful that I will now be extending this to the MUST team. What are our students doing out in the field? We meet here every Sunday, and we have different guests every Sunday, so you can join us if you have time to join us. It's a very inspiring session that we normally have every Sunday. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm going to close with a word of prayer from Fred. Please take us through the word of prayer as we close the session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We hope to meet you next Sunday, same time, 7 to 8, as we have different guests having us. Thank you so much. And please, Fred, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Ses, for giving me a chance to close the session with a word of prayer. But just before I do, for the alumni that are on the platform, please remember to always follow our page. It's only in Kewi, because it is where we advertise these sessions and where we do a lot of communication. To the Kewi team and the MUST team, be very sure that this message shall be preached and all the potential students will get the message. So may we kindly bow down for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you and we honor you this evening. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord, and thank you for this chance that we've gotten a lot of enlightenment from the Kewi team and the MUST team, Lord, towards our academic advancement. Lord, thank you for those even who joined. Thank you for those who will get the message on YouTube. We pray that, Lord, may you open the doors of finances so that they may register in their numbers and let the program be of benefit both to them, to the Republic of Kenya, and the sanitation and water sector, oh Lord. I thank our good lecturers, continue giving them strength. I thank SES for our effort in ensuring that these programs are held every Sunday. And I thank everyone who joined and have left everything to just ensure that they make today a successful day. Lord, I thank and pray that, Lord, even tomorrow being the first day of the week, as everyone embarks on their duty work, academics, and everything, give them strength, give them the energy, and Lord, give them the help to pursue their dreams successfully to the end. It is in this word, Lord, that I bless you and honor you. In Jesus' name, I do pray and believe. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. God bless you. Have a blessed week and keep on preaching the word. Let's not stop from here. Let's keep on preaching the word and making it known that we are going to Meru for our studies, and we are going to Kewi to do our degrees. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a blessed.
Amen.
Thank you. Okay. Have a good night.
Same to